Hi, I'd like to welcome Helen Venables from House of Colour again.
Lovely to see you again.
Very nice to see you. And actually, Helen told me that I was an autumn, which has changed my life. I just absolutely love knowing what colours suit me. But that's not everything that House of Colour does, is it?
No, that's only the first part. The second part is looking at people's body shapes and their personalities. So because we want to dress who somebody is so that they feel comfortable and authentic and credible in their clothes, not just the body looking great.
And who doesn't want that?
Absolutely, everyone. And today we're going to think about apple shapes. I understand because you and I are both good examples of that.
Yeah.
But I just wanted to tell you that it's always interesting to me that when we do a personal style session, particularly with women, the first thing we do is say, well, what are your objectives for the session today? And I have never, ever heard a woman say, oh, I want to know how to dress these amazing lips or my beautiful hands. They always say, I want to know how to hide my tummy or bottom or whatever it may be. And actually that's the first thing that we need to get right, is understanding that we've all got something beautiful.
And to be proud of it.
Absolutely, and to recognise it. I know on my first, my style class, which is 20 years ago now, my focus had always been my bust. It had appeared when I was 12 and had always been the butt of jokes, and I was always just hated carrying all that around. And my personal stylist on my style class said to me, but you have got an amazing Italian bottom. And I thought,
who knew?
I'll have that, exactly, because I'd never ever thought about my bottom. I only thought about the negative, what I saw as negative.
Yes.
And that's my experience of dealing with women and dressing their body shapes. So the first thing is to identify what you feel really good about.
And that is a really positive thing.
It is. Okay, so bearing what we've just talked about in mind, we're not going to dress the bit that we are not particularly fond of, but we are going to look at the other bits that we're really happy with. You've got great legs, got lovely shoulder line and neck and face, so we're going to draw the eye up to the bits we like and leave the part we're not so fond of behind. So we've put this beautiful stone necklace on there, and although you might think that's enough, I want you to add the scarf that we've chosen as well. It's one of these lovely Kettlewell Infinity scarves, because actually that adds more colour, a bit of texture, and our eye is now drawn up there. We've got this top on which cuts off at a lovely slim part of your leg. So if we go back so you can see the whole of you, to about there, we can see that the point of what we're looking at, the point of focus, is your face surrounded by these lovely colours. It then drops down to your lovely slim thighs and beautiful shoes, making a statement. So actually, we're not in the least bit interested in what's in the middle.
And no muffin top.
Indeed. Okay, so carrying on from what we've just done, another really top tip for dressing an apple shape is making sure that we've got a great bra fitting and the boobs are up where they need to be. So I'm delighted to see that you've got that piece sorted. If we don't, the boobs will drop down, they'll fill in the already short waist, so not a good plan. Another tip that we've got is using a bit of asymmetry. You've got this lovely asymmetric hem on this jumper, and it draws the eye straight down to the beautiful, neat thighs that you've got there and away from the bit we're not so interested in. And this tunic that I bought from Phase 8 this year does exactly the same thing. It's got these two zips which draw your eye down to the very neat hip and thigh area, so great for all apple shapes.
And what a fantastically
It's
vibrant
a really
colour.
great one, nice this time of
Talking
year.
of vibrant colours, I have got really clashing colours here, but I love it. I love it. Thank you, Helen.
It's my pleasure. Okay, so one of the difficulties, the challenges for apple shapes is wearing a belt. And you said to me the other day when we were talking about it, I never wear a belt, and if you can get me to wear one, you're a miracle worker. So I wanted to show you that we can. So let's have a look. You've got this lovely plain neutral outfit on, and we've added the belt.
I hate to say it, but she's absolutely right. I just feel great with this belt, but normally they cut me in half. I feel stumpy. I don't feel stumpy at all. I feel quite elongated.
But it's because of where we've put it. You're quite right. You and I cannot wear a belt up there. It looks completely wrong. But if we drop it down, we're elongating this shorter part, and it looks very elegant. You look beautiful.
I'm going to start wearing belts.
Great.
I really am.
Great.
I love that.
It adds so much interest to the outfit.
Great.
Okay, so we've taken off that lovely cascade cardigan, and we put a little bit more structure and interest in with this sleeveless jacket, which looks great on you. We've added something else around your neck to draw the attention up there. We can still see the belt.
Yeah.
And I think this is a really good point to talk about jacket lengths when we've got an
Yes.
apple-shaped tummy. We never ever want to land on the waist or on any of those wider parts. They're almost always coming down again to that slim thigh.
So what would be the minimum length you would generally?
Generally up to the leg break, which is where that comes here.
So that would be the
I
shortest
think
that we
so.
could do?
Yeah.
Okay,
I think
great.
so. Looks lovely.
Fantastic, thank you. Helen, I really want to thank you because I've learned some really useful lessons. I thought I knew how to dress, but actually things like this belt, that's a real eye-opener. I absolutely love it. Now, what about other people, if they would like to have this same fabulous treatment?
Well, House of Colour isn't just about colour, it's about personal style, and that's the second session for people to come to. We analyse everybody's body and their personality individually. So what we've been able to do today has been some generic tips about apples, but they have been around your body, and not everybody would be exactly the same. So come to House Colour, have a personal style consultation, and you'll get all the top tips for you as an individual. But I'm glad you've enjoyed it.
Oh,
You look great.
Loved it,
You're
thank
great.
you, Helen, thanks.